Hey guys, so today I am going to do a Blood and Gore makeup tutorial. I am going to do sort of a cut peeling away skin on my face. So let's get started. To start out, I've pulled out several brushes, a foundation, my liquid latex, my Bruise Wheel, and my stage blood. I actually really like the stage blood. It only comes in mint flavor and it tastes a lot like toothpaste. I actually did a mock accident when I was in high school and I had blood all over me, the stage blood, and it was in my mouth, and I kept getting in trouble by my teacher and director because I kept licking it off the corner. So I had like a little area right here with no blood that was supposed to be trickling out because it tastes minty fresh. Okay, so to start, I'm shaking up the liquid latex to make sure it's nice and loose. You have to be careful with liquid latex. First of all, because if you're allergic to latex, you don't want to use this product. But also because once you start using this product, it can dry really fast in the air on your brush, and then when it starts doing that, it starts chain reacting kind of in the bottle, and then it's no good anymore. So it comes with a little brush like this inside, and we're just going to paint that on my face where I want the cut to be. As it dries, it gets kind of more clear and it's just a little bit shiny on the skin. So this part that's still really white-ish looking, that's how I know. I mean, I feel it, but that's part of how you know it's not dry yet. I'm going to start putting on the base everywhere else. Alright, so as you can see here, it's dried much more, and I was able to peel back bits of it. So now I have this loose skin looking bit as my baby's crying. And my husband's going to go take care of it because he loves me. Okay, so I've done this other bit of liquid latex because I'm going to peel that up so that it looks like the skin's really peeling apart when this is done. So now we're going to let it dry. Okay, so while I'm waiting for this part to dry, I'm going to go ahead and start going down inside and creating some of the color effect. This is where the Bruise Wheel comes in handy. The Bruise Wheel has several different colors. So we have a sort of a bright red, a sort of a purplish red, a deep purple, and a yellow. The main colors you see in bruises. But it also works really well for things like cuts. So I'm going to come in and take some of this purple, and I'm going to put it down inside the skin and a little bit on the edge. And this is so that it looks like you can kind of see the muscle and the deep bleedy awful color when you first get into something that's traumatized or cut up like this. It also, using the dark purple and using the sort of purple red, give a really nice base for the blood that you put in. It helps back it up so that when the blood is thinner, it still looks gooey and like blood's coming up out of the muscle and the tissue, not just sitting on top. Alright, so now I've peeled up the top bit, and I'm going to use the brush and just get in here really good with the purple. Layering colors is also really helpful because whenever you have an injury, it's not just one color you see. And as morbid as this sounds, when you're trying to get inspiration for your injury, Google it. Look up injuries, look up compound fractures, look up knife cuts, you know, look up burns, and there are pictures everywhere. People are really sick, and some of the times they'll take pictures. But if you have pictures for reference as to what the body does, it helps what you do look more natural. Okay. I'm going to come back in with the medium. So now we have a pretty nasty open wound. All right, I'm going to take my stippling sponge and just get little, like the corner kind of in the bright red, and just kind of give it some bright red accents. So it looks like little capillaries are burst and things like that. So my husband's watching me do this video, and he was picking a movie, but I'm doing this at night because today just did not work out well. But he's finding this very entertaining. Probably rightfully so, because I sing to myself a lot and do lots of little weird things when I'm filming. Okay. So looking at this, I'm actually mostly happy with the coloring and the placement, but it's a little shiny on top, so I'm going to come back and put a little more foundation on top of the latex at the top. Okay, so now for what is probably the funnest part, and that's adding the blood. So at this point, before you add blood, if your character has other makeup like mascara, eyeshadows, lips, blush, all that sort of stuff, now's when you want to do it. You've got the main horror part done. Finish off the rest of your makeup and then add blood. Add blood last. The stage blood will not really come out of clothing. My Converse still have stage blood on them from a mock accident that I did the makeup for last year this time. It doesn't go away. So if you're wearing anything that can get messed up, like be careful not to wear things that the blood can ruin, like clothing, and be careful. That's part of why you want to. It's really sticky. So yeah. So I'm just sticking my brush down inside it. My clean brush down inside it. Give me the blood. I like using a brush because I can really direct where it's going. Next time I do this, I'll probably make it a little thinner. Not quite this big and open. Because this would have substantially more blood than I want to use tonight. And you can also order really cool little capsules that you can fill yourself. They're a lot less expensive that way. And you fill with the stage blood, and then anytime you want blood coming out of your mouth, you just pop one in your mouth and bite down on it. And you have a really cool, in the middle of a fight, blood pouring out of your mouth look. So if you kind of tilt your head and let nature do its thing, gravity do its thing as far as where the blood goes, to make it look as natural as possible. And I'm just continuously filling it so that it can start seeping out, hopefully. But it's not wanting to cooperate. I need to get a big bottle of blood. So another thing I recommend is if it's an injury like this and it's supposed to be like from an accident or something like that, then touch your face, touch the injury like you would if you're trying to check out like if everything's okay, and let it actually smear like with your fingers and stuff like it would have if it actually happened to you. It will stain your skin too. Just be aware. All right, so here is the result of that. And it just kind of looks like it's been a deep cut, nice and pulled back, dark. The more blood you get stuck in there, obviously, the cooler it looks. And yeah, so you can do this anywhere on your body. And you can also do the same sort of techniques to create scars, which I'll do in my next video. But there it is. So while I still had my makeup on, I forgot to shoot this part. But if you liked what you saw in this video, or you have any other recommendations or requests for makeup for me to show you how to do, or costumes, please let me know in the comments. And like it if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, and as always, subscribe. Minty fresh.